Hello and welcome to another episode of Goa365's Story Behind the Story. Now we have been discussing in the past half an hour about these various leakages. Now in fact I was in the last episode I was talking to our reporter whether we actually cover these stories where there is water leakage and there is water shortage and all, and because there seems to be no action and people are still suffering from lack of water, and there's a huge amount of huge amount of pollution in water bodies, huge amount of pollution in the wells. So now we are talking about, this is from the television point of view. He says that we cover, and I believe him because I'm sure you all must be seeing all these things on you. I was just confirming. Now I want to go back to a short for those who joined us late. I'd like to introduce our panel shortly. Gurdas Bab Sawar, senior journalist from the print media, also a little bit of television, but mainly print. I'll tell you why I introduced him like that. Ramabab Kankonkar, political activist, Francis Bab Coelho, AAP, and Sandeep Bab Kamalkar, journalist for 365. Gudas Bab, आता आम्ही कामलकर बाब म्हणला ओके आम्ही टेलिव्हिजनाचेर कव्हर करता आता प्रिंटान तुम्ही केन्ना बरयला गोंया उदक ना ओ कांयच बरोयना आम्ही पत्रकार कांयच करना लोक म्हणटा तो
just now I spoke about problem in Parvati. I have written 3 articles, 2 articles in Delhi Navprabha and 1 article in Goan Varsa, giving all the details how we are suffering.
This is latest. Poiliche?
I have been writing it for last 50 years.
That's what I wanted to know.
Because I started my journal in 1974.
Yeah.
That time there was no such shortages because I was taking Parvati.
And because people were less also, no?
Yeah.
Parvati कोण नाशिलो 1970. कोण नाशिलो? ते सगळे ती झाडा
No, but when our colony started, there was
one of the first colonies.
There was no water supply there.
Okay.
I tell you, you say there's a lot of, even today on Kadamba Plateau,
yes, there's no.
They don't issue the license. They say you have to give an undertaking that I will not ask for water supply.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
All they are given license because only on that condition.
No, but why they are giving license if they cannot supply water?
There
How
is
does that
Supreme Court
law
order?
Yes.
There is a Supreme Court
Yeah.
order.
Yes.
Where if there is a lack of water in that
You cannot
village panchayat should not.
It's not only water, all amenities.
Exactly.
Read it properly.
But
water is one part of it.
Yeah, water is one part of it.
But people are giving
There are no amenities where
people are giving undertaking on
what
what is called the affidavit.
It's illegal.
That will not ask for water.
It's illegal.
And I am told that the Kadamba Plateau people they are suffering for last 6 to 7 years. They are making their own arrangement, private
But
tankers.
construction is going on at full speed.
Yeah, because they are giving license, no?
So have we as journalists written about this water issue?
I think everybody is writing about that. At least when there is some breakage and all that.
That also is being carried.
It is there, always there. And there are some social activists, RTI activists. They have been writing on this, but government is saying that chalta hai.
The government is saying there is water everywhere.
No, they used to talking about 24-hour supply.
Yeah, that is Sudhin Bab Davlekar. Sudhin Bab Davlekar is talking about 24. त्याचे सोड हांव एक म्हणटा आता इतलो पावस आसा गुरुदास बाब गोंयान आणि आमचे सगळे तू सांतिने नल्ला पळय आता right from Parrikar's time when I was in Herald, I had written that sewer, I had called it a sewer, and there was a big Pondekar was a little upset because I used that thing. मागीर ते सायपेन लेक कोट्टी आणि सारको सुवर जाला तो तू पळय ते गार्बेज सगळे हिंगा सांतिनेज लोकांक सगळे झोपड्यांक हें दिला सगळे सिवेज भितर वयता हॉटेलाचे कोलवा क्रीक कवर जाला सायपेन लेक कवर जाला साल कवर जाला बाकीचे सगळे बट हे आता ऑल दिस हे आता इतले उदक इतले आमचे जोरी हा कामलकर बाब म्हणटा जोरी हुंय हा आमी थिंगा वयताले ते भिटाना वयताले आता क्वारीनी लोक वतात थिंगा उदक आसता बट एक्चुअली जोरी बोरी आनी वॉटर बॉडीज इतली शेतां इतली हें केला कितें हाल कितें गोंयकारांचे सोडूत गोंयकार लेट देम ब्रिंग देयर ओन पीपल इन गोवा
आमकां उदक तर जायत उदक मेळना जायतलें लोक खंयच्यान उदक काडटा आनी you see if they depend on these tankers, no, God knows from where they
but the tankers are from bore wells. They are the ones who are spoiling the water table, right?
We are compelled to use that water. No, what to do?
वॉटर शॉर्टेजच्या बद्दल उलयताले पळय वॉटर शॉर्टेज खंय आहा
वॉटर शॉर्टेज ना
गव्हर्नमेंटाच्या अंडरस्टँडिंगाचे परमनंट वॉटर शॉर्टेज ना अशें हांव कित्याक लागून म्हणटा कित्याक 700 फ्लॅटांक विथ स्विमींग पूल परमिशन्स भुतानी असले प्रोजेक्टाक दिवपाक शकता जाल्यार आणि उरला कितें 700 स्विमिंग पूल फ्रंट फेसिंग फ्लॅट्स.
That is one project, you know.
That is only one project. That is only one project.
20 acres.
Now you have DLF, you have so many projects which is coming with front facing जे infinity pool म्हणतात तेका वयरसून सारखं फुल दिश्टी पडटा ते सगळं. सो हांव कितें म्हणटा, पिवपाचें उदक कमी आहा काय न्हावपाचें उदक कमी आहा? परत हांव क्वेश्चन तेच विचारता. कित्याक सरकार आयज हांगासर कोणाक पिवपाक कॉमन मनशाचें उदक शॉर्टेज आसा, जाका लागून 4 वरां येतली म्हणटा फुडें 27 काय. तशें जाल्यार हांकां स्विमींग पुलाक कशें परमिशन दिलें तर तेंच्यांनी? सुप्रीम कोर्टाची ऑर्डर आसा न्ही. सो तरी सुद्दां तेंच्यांनी परमिशन दित. दॅट इज द रिजन वाय वी आर फायटींग फॉर दीज पीपल हू आर रायट नाव. ते लोक कितें, लोकांचो एक प्रॉब्लेम आसा. लोक ज्या पर्यंत लक्षात घ्या, लोक उदक केन्ना सोंपलें म्हणटा खबर आसा? जेन्ना पायपांतल्यान उदक शॉर्टेज जावपाक जाय. पंच मेंबरान रिस्पॉन्ड करपाक जायना, MLAन रिस्पॉन्ड करपाक जायना, जो आमचो इंजिनियर आसा पळय तो तेणी रिस्पॉन्ड करपाक जायना. मागीर कितें करता हांव सांगता. लागींची बांय आहा न्हू, त्या बांयक मागीर पंप घालप आनी त्या पंपांतल्यान उदक व्हरप. हांवें अक्षरशः एक्चुअली वेरेवर आय एम स्टेईंग इन दॅट विलेज, आय हॅव सीन द एक्सपिरियन्स. वेन द वॉटर इज शॉर्टेज, क्वेश्चन करिना तांकां पंच मेंबराक आनी बाकीच्यांक, पूण पंप घालतले आणि त्या पंप घातल्या उपरांत सगळी बांय, जी एकूच बांय आहा न्हू, ती ज्या पर्यंत ती माती येवपाना पळय त्या पर्यंत ते काबार करतले. आणि ताज्या नंतर कितें? ताज्या नंतर तरी क्वेश्चन करतले ना, ताज्या नंतरूय क्वेश्चन करतले ना. प्रॉब्लेम लोकांचे कितें आहा रायट नाव, हुएवर इज देयर इन सांकवाल इज हॅव्हिंग, आय एम गिव्हिंग एन एक्झाम्पल, सांकवाल इज हॅव्हिंग अ पॉप्युलेशन ऑफ नॉट लेस देन 8,000 लोक रावतात थंयसर. I will say 8,000 voters तुम्ही धरून फुल विलेज पंचायत थंयसर. माय क्वेश्चन इज, वेन दीस प्रोजेक्ट विल कम, हे उदक पयलीं सप्लाय तुमकां जातलें काय ते व्हडल्या बिल्डरांक जातलें? हॅव यू एवर फाउंड एनी फ्लॅट पर्सन ऑर दी बिग प्रोजेक्ट पीपल कमिंग ऑन द रोड फायटिंग फॉर द वॉटर? व्हडले
हिंगा कदंबा
प्लेटोचे त्यांना एनओसी दिला ऑन कंडिशन म्हणून सांगतात. बाकीचे व्हडले प्रोजेक्ट आहा. हॉटेल इंडस्ट्री जी आसा पळय, हॉटेल इंडस्ट्री केन्ना उदकाक लागून सगळं येता थंयसर, केन्ना येना थंयसर. आता ते कशें अरेंजमेंट करतले थंयसर? टँकर घालून अरेंजमेंट करतले, बोरवेलाचे काढून अरेंज करतले, बट दे विल डू अरेंजमेंट, दे हॅव मनी. बट डू यू हॅव मनी फॉर दॅट? आमचे कॉमन मनशांक ज्यांचे कडेन एक्चुअली पळोवपाक गेल्यार सध्या 10,000ची सॅलरी ऑन एन एवरेज 10 to 15,000ची सॅलरी घेवन तू बाकीचे टँकर आपोवपाक शकता. नाव द पॉलिटिक्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम हियर. वेन यू डू नॉट हॅव वॉटर, ताणें म्हणलेलें सारकें, ही हॅव डन अ रायट रिसर्च. ताणें म्हणलें कितें की आयज थंयसरलो मनीस जो उदक सोडटा पळय, ही हॅव ऑपरेटर हॅव बिकम माफिया,
पॉवरफुल
वॉटर माफिया, टँकर माफिया म्हणून ऐकलं असतं तुम्ही दिल्ली सारखे मरे पयलीं. हांगा हे वॉटर माफिया कोण जाल्ले आहा सध्या पर्यंत, जाय तांकां सोडटले जे पंप सोडटा पळय थंयसर. कित्याक हांवें हे एक्सपिरियन्स, आय हॅव ऑलरेडी एक्सपिरियन्स इन सर्टन विलेजीस.
आमच्या सायडीन जाता
तिसवाडी हांव तुका एक्झाम्पल दाखयता. तुका तर समज ह्या वाड्यान तर वोटिंग कमी पडला न्हू, जाल्यार ह्या वाड्याक उदकाचो प्रोविजन तसोच मेळटलो. No, this is serious. I can prove this. हांव तिसवाडीतले हांव सगळे जितले तिसवाडीन एक्सेप्ट कुमोरजा, बिकॉज आय हॅव नॉट बीन. पूण हे 4 कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीन अशें जायना जाल्यार म्हाका सांगचें. मुद्दम पळय काकरा, जे सरकाराक जेंका वोटिंग पडना थंयसर इग्नोरन्स करतले थंयसर. म्हणल्यार आज उदकाचो सुद्दां प्रोविजन जो दितलो तूं न्हू, जाल्यार हांकां इलेक्ट्रिसिटी तशीच आसा. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी म्हणून तशें काय ना. पूण एक गजाल आमी अंडरस्टँड करपाक जाय. आमी आतां व्हडले उलयता उदकाचे बद्दल उलयता, पूण आयज आमी जेन्ना इतले आड्डोन सांगता, एक्टिविस्ट सांगता की बाबा म्हादय जी उदकाचो प्रोविजन जो येता आमकां मेळटा, नॅचरल रिसोर्सीस आहा पळय तो, वो म्हादयचे आमी कितें करता? 4 वरांचे उलयता, 4 वरां येतले म्हणून. म्हादय जेन्ना डायवर्ट जाली न्ही, त्याच्या नंतर आमकां प्रोविजन खंयच्यान मेळटलें? आतां म्हणटले आमी म्हादयचें उदक काडून पिता काय म्हणून क्वेश्चन येतलो थंयसर. प्रश्न हो येता की म्हादय फ्लो जाता ती 70 किलोमिटर्स इन गोवा. त्या सरभोंवतणी 1 किलोमिटर दिस सायड 1 किलोमिटर दिस सायड अग्रिकल्चर, इरिगेशन, बांयो हे डिपेंडंट जे आसा पळय ती उदक व्हरता न्हू. फाल्यां सकाळी डायव्हर्जन जालें जाल्यार
people don't seem to be bothered, Rama.
People are not bothered. People are ignorant, or people are saying
Goans are not ignorant. Sorry, I disagree with you. Goans are not ignorant. They are not bothered. And the worst constituencies which are going to be affected are the Satari.
Exactly.
Any one person has come out from Satari to say that there's no water or that to go against Mother. You let me tell me one thing.
No, because people
I'd like to talk about Talegaon. Okay, the Talegaon Gram Sabha.
You agree with what he says?
100% agree with what he says.
Okay.
I'll talk about Talegaon. The Talegaon Gram Sabha had asked that a resolution be passed that no construction licenses be given till the water shortage in Talegaon has been addressed. Right? That resolution was passed. Okay, we don't even know whether it was minuted properly or it was not minuted, but it has been in the last 3 years. They have given construction licenses to close to 2,300 apartments. 2,300 dwellings have been given licenses by the Talegaon village panchayat, and till date no people in Talegaon get water supply properly. Like Rama was saying, there are some areas that get water supply. Like for example, the governor's palace, the water line of the governor's palace gets full water supply.
25/7.
And by mistake, there are some Donapal people on that water line.
They get
water supply. Like La Maribel colony gets full water supply because
it's on the way.
Okay. If you go to Altin, entire Altin gets full water supply because chief minister's residence is there and all the government houses are there.
All ministers' houses.
All ministers' houses. So Altin gets full water supply. So that same OPA waterworks that is supplying to minister's house and governor's palace is supplying to Odshel and Oityant and Odabel Vado and Karanjalem and Aibao and all these places, no? So why don't these places get water? How is it possible that only some people get water?
I'm asking. Yeah.
The Talegaon Panchayat is so shameless that they give licenses like they are giving out biscuits.
One thing, before we go into a small break,
just a minute. When we talk about resolutions, in fact, I have seen Talegaon, Santa Cruz people are really fighting for the water issues. But एक गजाल understand करपाक जाय कि these resolutions which has been taken by the people is not valid in the court.
Yeah.
Yes. Not by law. It's not
by law. It's not valid. Fortnight meeting एक ते pass करतले पळे ते वेळ दिता मागे फायदा किती?
So that what is that amendment was there for panchayat people. That is फायदा किती?
The 73rd and 74th amendment.
काय फायदा ना नो ultimately. Anyway, so one thing I would want, तू तालिगांवचे उलयता मरे, तू on the way Talegaon, on the road, and there's a huge Shaitan huge Shaitan in the middle of the field. Now, if you ask somebody, they say, nah, the 2003 tell me one thing. 2003 ते शेत ना
त्याची हिस्ट्री हा माकोडे आखी
हिस्ट्री जॉग्राफी हे सोड हिस्ट्री सोडूच आम्ही ती हिस्ट्री क्लास घेना ते माहिती कॉलेज चालू करूया आणि हिस्ट्री विचारूया बट वी कॅन सी दॅट इन द मिडल ऑफ द फील्ड सो व्हॉट इज इट द चीफ मिनिस्टर सेइंग दैट नो fields will be done. So all whatever has been done earlier and mostly not by our locals, by outsiders, all what conversations has been done, all that is okay. Is that fine for everybody? What is this? Anyway, we will come back after a short break. Keep watching Glenn Costa on Story Behind the Story. Welcome back. Now we have been talking about priority Goa. I'm being very clear here. Priority Goans, no. I am talking about priority Goa. Slight differentiation I'm making. Because Goans can stand up for their rights. They are supposed to. We are still a majority in most constituencies. I would say 99.9 constituencies in Goa. We can still bring the people whom we want to power. And we are bringing. So, let Goans decide what is their fate. But Goa is something that we need to do, and this is what me as a commitment is going to do. Priority Goa. So, based on this, I want to bring back Rama here on this. We are looking at priority Goa. Now, Rama is a activist by heart. He tried politics. I don't know where it took him, but now he's a political activist. Now my point is, today I am changing the discussion a little bit. Ultimately, who rules? Now you were talking about panchayat and who rules? Once upon a time, it is before the Portuguese came. We were ruled by kings. So if the king didn't like your face, he could chop your head off. Then the Portuguese came. They did the same thing. Now it is the politicians, but here we have a choice. We can bring the politicians we want. We can bring the politicians who are going to take care of Goa. I mean, nominally. So tell me one thing, all these you all do press conferences, you all do agitations, you all do this, you all do that, and ultimately the same people come to power. So whatever you do, is it going to be of any help? Or you really need to make some adjustments and ensure that the right people come and rule Goa?
All the political parties bring the manifesto.
Yes.
Okay, सगळे पॉलिटिकल पार्टीचे मॅनिफेस्टो असतात 24/7 वॉटर सप्लाय आणि किती भरपूर
24/7 पोहना बट
आयले 24 लॉंग टाइम बॅक ना आता ते रेड्यूस झाले असतात इलेक्ट्रिसिटी फुल नॉन स्टेबल इलेक्ट्रिसिटी असता सगळे त्यांना स्कीम्स बीन सगळे फुल फ्लॅश बरो कलरफुल मॅनिफेस्टो घराघरांनी पावता पण तो मॅनिफेस्टो पळोवन लोक कितले वोट मारता
सगळे वोट मारतात
नो पीपल डू नॉट तो मॅनिफेस्टो डब्यान वयता लोकांच्या थंयसर कितले ओनली 1 to 2% पीपल रीड बाकीचे सगळे डब्यान वयता कित्याक लागून डब्यान वयता ते सांगता तुका आयज एक्चुअली पळोवपाक गेल्यार रियल रिक्वायरमेंट लोकांक कितें आहा वोट मारता तेन्ना न्हू तुका खबर आसपाक जाय आपूण वोट कित्याक लागून मारता आनी कोणाक लागून मारता प्रश्न आसा लोक प्रत्येक ते डिफरंट लेवलाचेर वचून वोट मारता डिफरंट म्हणल्यार कितें माझे पर्सनल माझ्या जॉबाक लागून म्हाका कोण वोट मारता दुसरो म्हणटलो म्हाका उदकाक लागून बाकीचे
सी विदाउट गव्हर्नमेंट जॉब विदाउट प्रेशर विदाउट पूल जावपाचे
लोक मारता एक्झॅक्टली सो लोक डिफरंट आणि दुसरी गजाल म्हणजे एक मेन इम्पॉर्टंट अंडरस्टँड करपाक जाय बीजेपी नोन्स टू विन इलेक्शन्स this party ruling party knows to win elections आणि जरी तर जिकाना
that it was Congress Congress ruled for 30-40 years so every party knows
जरी जिकाना सुद्धा न्हू जाल्यार तांकां दुसरे जे काँग्रेस आहात तांकां ओडपाक शकतात सो रायट नाव प्रॉब्लेम कितें आहा ते अंडरस्टँड करपाची गरज आसा की लोकांक जर तर तूं उदक मेळटलें हें मेळटलें म्हणून सांगतले जाल्यार लोक रस्त्यार येवपाचे ना लोक क्वेश्चन करपाचे ना लोक वोटींग उदकाक लागून मारचो ना लोक विसरता ज्या वॉर्डांनी उदकूच येनाशिल्लें त्या वॉर्डांनी समज तूं इलेक्शनाच्या पयलीं एक वीक पयलीं तर कंटिन्युअसली उदक तांकां दिले 2 दीस एक फोटोशूट बीन जालो लोक जाले पिशे गोंयकार आमचे चड वेळ लक्षांत दवरनात लोक पीपल फॉरगेट व्हेरी सून
I'll tell you you are talking about who are Goans the priority and what is the priority.
Goa is a priority.
No, Goa is not the priority.
What is not a priority?
Priority is construction. Like in Talegaon, one construction company is named on the priority construction. And they are the biggest priority because they have the biggest project coming up over there. They have taken us the biggest field and they have taken up the biggest project. They fund the MLA. Or the MLA owns that priority constructions. The nexus is very unclear and it's very smoky. You can't make out. But there is a direct link between who is the priority. The priority is priority constructions, right? The priority constructions pays for the election, and then because they are paid, you follow the money trail. No, where is the money coming from? The MLA is being funded by priority.
No, but here see ultimately who rules?
That's what I'm saying. Priority construction rules Talegaon. Priority construction rules Talegaon.
You all, what I've said, no, you all have turned it and twisted it on its head. My point is not that. Rama started and you ended it. My point is not that. My point is ultimately, people who vote for the candidate, right?
Correct.
So, if Goa has to be saved, I mean, it's a very corny statement. Everybody seems to be wanting to save Goa, but if priority is Goa, and Goans should save Goa, nobody else can. You don't expect some Delhiite or some Maharashtrian or something. So, if good candidates are not brought to power, how is this going to happen? You think going out on the roads, agitating, creating riots, maximum what riots will do will polarize, which we have seen in many other parts of the country, or even in some of the agitations which happened, like some activists were shot and all that. It's just polarized and one party has taken advantage. My point is, if Goans are concerned about saving Goa, shouldn't they bring in the right people? Now I am going to bring Sena voice on this. Gurdas Bab, what do you feel?
आमचे जे लोक आहा पळय, we get the government which we deserve it.
That is my point. That is
So,
my point, Ramabab.
Why? What is your complaint then? We have been ruled by for us.
No, but look at last 2 elections.
Yeah.
We elected more congressmen than are currently in the assembly.
Yeah.
Last election also and the previous election before that also.
I
2019 we elected those people.
Correct.
Because the BJP is in power in this and they have money bags behind them and they have priority construction behind them. They are buying MLAs like we are buying.
But they didn't come to power. Congress
I
didn't come
will
to power.
strongly
Congress didn't come to
Congress is
power.
better, you feel? I don't
No,
know.
no,
Is it?
but the people.
I will strongly disagree
Okay.
with who rules Goa, whether Goans rules Goa. No.
Yeah, priority
I'm
construction.
no. I'm saying even to me. No,
How? You prove it with numbers, yeah.
I don't agree with him.
I also don't agree with you. How you can say that?
Just a minute.
Sam.
You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. At the time of election commission rules Goa.
I totally disagree.
I agreed because I'll सांगते तुका. Election
Sam.
commission, why I'm saying this.
Sang, why?
Now, when the election process is being conducted, election process conduct करता पळय तेन्ना fair and free election जावपाक जाय. सारखे म्हजो वोट थंयच वचपाक जाय. आयच्या दिसा म्हाका सांगात. आयच्या दिसा जेन्ना इलेक्शन कमिशनाचो पयलो रोल असतात. कितें असतात? पयशे फ्लो वचपाक जायना म्हणून. फर्स्ट बिकॉज where I will say
That is not. Baba, don't talk reality.
this is the reality.
Not reality.
You tell me one
You
thing.
cannot
If I'm
talk about
allowing,
money.
if I'm allowing flow of money
Arey,
in the constituency,
which-
why the vote will come to the proper
Rama,
country?
which election commission has managed to stop it? You tell me.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
During the
Election
Janata
commission-
Dal, during
election
Janata Dal
commission-
time, during Conte, before that MGP time, during Congress
Tell
time,
me how
not
people are
possible.
going to make change when the election commission itself is not conducting the
They have
proper
made.
election.
No, I disagree.
Yeah, but who is
They have
accepting
made. They have made.
Who is paying the money? Who is accepting the money?
Correct.
The people, our
You
voters
accept
are
the money
accepting
and
money
you
and
pay.
they vote.
You vote for who you want.
Keजरीwal said, you take money and vote.
Who you
He
want.
was, they have filed some case against him.
No, तशी जाल्यार आता पळोवपाक गेल्यार you are saying that people are responsible.
Yeah,
Yes,
sure,
okay.
they have
लोक
to say-
responsible आसा. But
Yes.
लोक certainly आपलो वोट मारपाक जाय तो सारको वचपाक जाय ते responsible आहा. I will give you so many examples where election commission with the EVMs in fact
Yeah.
7,000 voting जाता एका बिल्डिंगांतल्यान in Maharashtra. Is it not a joke?
Wait, let me.
No, let me clear this.
I'll give you a
7,000
counter.
there.
I will give you a counter. That is.
So it has happened, right?
Court
So
and
how?
all. No. Wait. Maharashtra, right?
Of
We're
course,
talking about
Maharashtra.
Jharkhand who won? No,
I am
who
saying-
won? Wait. Answer.
I am saying
answer.
if EVMs
Answer.
are proper,
No.
if-
Jharkhand who won?
But-
Jharkhand who won?
कोणूय जावं
Jharkhand who won?
झारखंड हुआ का कर्नाटका कोणी जिंकला का म्हणताल तुका
I'm
So
not
if I
sure.
want to
Jammu and Kashmir. No, Maharashtra
See,
time. Jharkhand.
if I want to do manipulation, I will not do manipulation everywhere.
See, you cannot take Jharkhand and compare it with Maharashtra.
No, you
in
can't.
Maharashtra, there is a chunk of migrant workers who are there available for the BJP to buy, put onto the rolls and move around. In Jharkhand, those people don't exist.
Correct.
So the BJP's scam and politics.
You're basically talking about
yeah, it
election
doesn't.
engineering.
Election engineering of Maharashtra does not work in Jharkhand.
But in Goa,
In Goa it works.
No,
You,
I'll tell you. I'll tell you why.
Then
I'll give you numbers. I'll give you
No,
numbers.
you come to Kamrabat,
Yes,
okay?
yeah.
During the election. And you
4,000
see-
votes, Mare.
Yeah,
4,000
4,000 votes. Are there 4,000 people living over there? There is 1.5% living
No.
in every room over there. 4,000 hunche येता.
5
The
lakhs.
number of people that are coming to the polling booth in Kamrabat and Padribat by a taxi that is paid for by the local MLA.
तो केन्ना
is-
दिश्टी पडना
होय.
केन्ना दिश्टी
ते
पडना
तिका
Totally
district
agree.
कोणा ना तो
Now you are aware, no? So some
See-
action can be taken. But wait, what are the total voting? What is the total number of voters in Taligaon?
Total number of voters is about 43,000 voters. The number of
Taligaon.
Taligaon.
Taligaon constituency
Taligaon constituency.
Voting is around 20,000. 20, 25.
Total number of voters is about 43,000.
Really?
The total number of people living in Taligaon will be about 1,10,000, 1,20,000.
No, who are the number of voters?
43,000 electors on the electoral rolls. I have a roll in the car.
Yes.
43,000
Correct.
people coming out to vote are about 25,000. 50% voting happens.
Correct. No. So 43,000. Out of that, how many Goans are there?
On
They are all Goan thing.
No.
Goan origin.
about-
Goan origin.
Ah,
Goan origin.
No, about no.
What are you talking? More than
No, no.
70%.
80%, 75 to 80% असले.
So assume 40% are
Yeah.
बाकीचे गोंयकार, no?
नाही सी क्वेश्चन बाकीचे तू म्हणटा गोंयकार म्हणटा
Okay. Anyway, we have to see. This is a very interesting discussion.
बाकीचे
But I cannot.
गोंयकार म्हणटा पण तू
Yes.
पण ते बाकीचे गोंयकार जे आसा पळय ते युनायटेडली वोट करिना न्ही
That's the Goans problem. And
Exactly.
yours.
So you're giving 10 options to them.
No.
10 different options to them.
No.
Am I right?
No.
This is
no.
exactly what.
Disagree.
See,
Disagree. That is your problem and the rest of the Goans' problem. That is not a voting
political parties' problems also.
No, it's not.
Of course,
BJP holds its group together.
United opposition have defeated South Goa seat.
Arey boss, we will debate this for a little. I'll bring you back. And let me tell you one thing. Thing. Naveli is just to end this discussion. Since you're talking about politics, I'll talk to you about politics. Naveli is a Congress seat.
Wait,
no, is.
Oh, you were today.
It was.
Is.
Because
According to elected or
No, listen to what I'm saying. Is a Congress seat till today? Majority voters are Congress?
No, you're talking about
voting.
Candidate who got elected.
The candidate who got elected
was
BJP.
candidate.
How many votes have voted for BJP last time?
4,500.
Before that?
Before that, about 3,000.
3,000.
Before that?
2,000.
No. 3 and a half.
Three
And
is
this time
on
it
an
went to 4.
average.
Tell me one thing. How does BJP hold on to this vote and Congress cannot hold on?
No, it's
You answer me this question in the next episode. Think about it. I will give you proof and evidence.
क्वेश्चन तुका सांगला हांवें. You are saying इतले गोंयकार आहा. तरी सुद्धा गोंयकार चेंज करपाक कित्याक गोंयकार डिवायडेड आहा रे.
That's your problem and the Goans' problem, yaar. That's your problem.
That's exactly
You
what
want to
I'm
win
saying.
elections, you vote together. No, don't win, no. That is your problem. This I'm telling you straight. It's your problem.
I said that it's a political party's problem.
It is yours.
It's a political
Yours
party.
it is.
Because
Because you are making a
you are confusing people.
allegation.
You are confusing people.
That's your problem again. Goans are educated. They are among the top. They are doing so well all over the. How they get confused by this stupid thing? I disagree with you, boss. I will bring you back
Sure.
for the next discussion, and you show me evidence.
I
And I
will
will
give
show
you-
you
I will give you
80% Goans in 90% of the constituencies in Goa. 80% Goans, and you don't believe anybody, including yourself, when you say that 3,000-4,000 people can influence elections. Wrong.
I strongly say that political party can
Okay,
fruit
now
Goans.
this discussion has become very political as usual. The last 10 minutes always goes a little haywire, but drama will be brought for the next election. We'll be starting in a couple of months.
What about me? Bring me also.
You also, but because I say that foolishness of people of us, our people, including political
That I agree
activists and analysis, who think that 25% of the people win elections and 80% of the people only eat choris pav in bars. Think this is not politics, it's numbers. 100 is more than 20. Now if you think 20 is more than 100, now who's stupid? I don't know. We will discuss this when Rama and Francis and all come back for the next discussion. It's very, very interesting. We were discussing about water and we were discussing about shortage, and Kamulkar is stopped for once because Kamulkar normally comes out very open in these things. But it's very, very interesting. But remember, for me, Glenn Costa, personally, it's always priority Goa. And lots of people are there with us. So we will be pushing for priority Goa in all our discussions, in all our debates for the past so long and from now on. Thank you and keep watching
Thank you.
Goa365.
Thank you.